Hi, first graders. It's Miss Darian here. Welcome to week 9. And we are going to be working on science today. So we are going to be reviewing the mission story that you worked on with Miss Valdez last week. So let's go over what it was about. Part 1, mission story review. During the first part of the week, you will review content from each of the topics in the unit and apply it to a mission. Read the mission story below, create a news story. Your job will be to report on the traits of the new offspring and the ways the parents are protecting it. So this is what you should have done last week with Miss Valdez. In the week 8 packet, you had a example of a mission story. It told you exactly what you had to do. You had to create a news story about an animal that you read about in the story. And then you filled out these graphic organizers. So I think the first one was actually this one, how animals protect their young. And then you did, why do I look like my parents? Talking about animal traits. So today your job is just to go back, look at these graphic organizers, and remind yourself of what you wrote about and how animals inherit certain traits from their parents, just like you inherit certain traits from your parents. It could be your eye color, it could be your height, it could be your hair, lots of different things, even personality. And animals do inherit much of the same as we do. And now today we are going to do some independent learning. So this is the new part, friends. After you complete the part 1, you should move on to the mission log graphic organizer. So after we finish today's reading, tomorrow we're going to do the graphic organizer. So the mission log summarizes what you should know and invites you to record your science knowledge. Questions are included in your guide, included to guide your work. All right, so this is the new part. So in your packet right now for week 9, find this page that says plant trait inheritance and variation. We're going to read this together. Take a moment to find this page. Got it? All right, here we go. Reflect. Have you ever stopped to smell the roses? How did you know which flowers were the roses? There are so many different kinds of plants. What traits do roses have that help you recognize them? Plants look like the parent plant. The traits that help you tell a rose from a daisy, a peach tree from a pine tree, or a carrot from a weed are inherited traits that come from their parent plants. Inherited traits, characteristics of plants and animals passed down from parent to offspring. So this is similar to what we were just talking about. Like both my parents have brown eyes and I have brown eyes. That's an inherited trait. So for plants, examples of inherited traits are leaf size and shape, color of a daffodil, number of petals. So those are all things that plants inherit from their parent plant. Offspring often respond to their surroundings like their parents do. In addition to looking like their parents, offspring act like their parent plants. If the parent plant climbed up walls and fences, the offspring will also climb. The offspring of a parent plant that likes shade will grow best in the shade rather than in full sunlight. So for example, ferns grow in the shade under trees. Ivy climbs a wall. Offspring can be different from the parent. While traits are passed down, sometimes differences can occur. For example, The offspring of a tomato plant may grow larger or smaller tomatoes than its parents did. Another example is a tree may have a different number of branches than its parents had. And another example is the offspring of a flowering plant could have a different number of flowers than its parents had. Is there something different about you and your parents? One example is my older sister has red hair, while both my parents have brown or dark brown hair. Let's keep going. Parent and offspring plants are not exactly alike. There can be differences in a plant's shape, size, and color. These differences are called variations. So here's the definition. A variation is a difference in stripe, pattern, color, size, or shape. Offspring have the same basic needs and life cycle as their parents. A young lima bean plant must have sunlight, water, air, space, and nutrients from the soil, just like its parent plant. The young plant begins as a seed and grows into a seedling. Then it grows into a mature plant like the parent plant. The plant will produce seeds to make new plants. It will die, just like the parent plant. Living things pass on basic needs and their life cycle to their offspring. So here you see a seed. When we plant it, it begins to sprout and become a seedling, and then it grows into a mature plant. Try now. Take some time to explore the different traits of plants. Be sure to ask an adult for help. You will need some different seeds, a container for each seed, soil, water, and a sunny place to watch the seeds sprout. Plant different seeds in their own containers. Remember to keep the soil damp. That means a little wet, and in the sunlight. After a few days, the seeds should begin to grow. And here are some things to observe. Observe the new plants and discuss. How do the leaves look the same? How do they look different? Which seeds grow faster? Which grow the slowest? Are they all the same shade of green? And how are the leaves shaped? Well, friends, I hope that your plants grow really big and tall and healthy. Mysterian does not have a green thumb, so I've tried a few times to plant a seed, but they haven't really grown well. Hopefully you'll have better luck than me. And we'll meet again next time to fill out the graphic organizer. If you need to go back to Miss Valdez's videos to look at the first part of the science lesson where you wrote about animals and their traits, these are the links. I think you'll have to type them into your browser in order to get to them. And if not, well, you did a good job today, friends. And I can't wait to see you next time.